Hi everybody, it's me again, and today I wanted to do a quick warm-up exercise to help get over the fear of messing up. So many times I hear people saying that they're afraid to try to do something because they don't want to mess up. I think that's a legitimate fear, and so here's a quick exercise that I'll do sometimes when I'm feeling like I probably am not going to like whatever it is that I do. So I'll just really quickly draw something and then really quickly paint it. And when I say quickly, I'm saying about half an hour to do both things. And that's about how much time I spent on this exercise. Again, I'm not trying to create a masterpiece. I'm just trying to work through the creative processes. And so that's what I did. I limited my color palette and I limited my time, and I just worked on it until I felt like I was ready to move on to something that was, going to take more time and look better than this exercise. Is this a good looking painting? No. I definitely wouldn't say that it is, but it served its purpose, which was to get me warmed up and ready to go so that I could work on something that I value more than this particular piece. So this I created out of my imagination. I didn't have a reference photo to use for it, and I just used whatever supplies were on my desk to do it. So I used pencils, I used acrylic paint. Right now I'm using a Prismacolor pencil in white, and as you can see I smudged some blue on it because the Prismacolor transferred the blue paint. But I really didn't care, I just kept going. And I just kept going until I was warmed up enough that I felt I could work on the next project. So whenever you're whenever you have a notebook that you're like, oh, I don't want to use it because I don't want to mess it up, then I recommend you do this exercise on the third page. And then that fear will just go away. And I always use the third page of every notebook I ever start. It's kind of a tradition with me. That's because if I open it and I see a blank page, I feel like I haven't messed it up. And then when you get to the third page, you can see, oh yeah, I'm definitely using this one. And I don't know, it's just this little psychological trick that I do with myself. Uh, so this is definitely a multimedia piece. I used Prismacolor pencils, and now I'm using a paint pen. And I'm just not allowing myself to think too much about what I'm doing here. Uh, I'm just kind of scribbling and adding basic highlights here and there. I'm really not putting a lot of thought into this. Now, if I were to put a lot of thought into this, I would have made her neck longer, her shoulders narrower, and probably her hips a little bit wider. It probably would have taken a little bit more care in her hands and stuff, but that's not what this particular exercise was about. This exercise was to get me warmed up, get me used to using the materials that I was planning on using, and just to enjoy the process, because that is what, to me, that's what art is it's a process, and it's in the enjoyment of the process. It's not necessarily about the finished piece, you know. Um, I enjoy art. I don't consider myself an artist, but I do enjoy doing art. So, neatness doesn't matter here, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day.